Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. 3 to 4 topics for this video. The first one, Russia closes Polish consulate in Kaliningrad. I think this is not because the Russians are just as they are considered be evil, it's because the Poles did that first. The same with, if you remember, Barack Obama closed a Russian center and a consulate on the west coast of the United States of America, and Putin said, we're going to do the same thing. And they did. The media, though, the free media, did not report on the first one. Who cast the first stone? No, only in Russia's retaliatory move, as being, look what the Russians are doing. They're provoking us. So I suspect this article right here to tell us the same thing. Now, this is the first topic. The second one. Have you watched those videos, some videos? They are available even on YouTube, I think. They are on Facebook. They are on Instagram. With those Ukrainian, how do you call them? Let me see how do you call them. Ukrainian draft, how do you call those guys? The guys that try to catch you so they get you into the military. I can't remember right now how it's called, but I will find out as I read. Recruitment officers. Have you seen those videos with the Ukrainian recruitment officers fighting with the Ukrainians who do not want to fight for the motherland, for Ukrainska, Slava Ukrainska? Huh? Why is that? We're going to discuss that because even the European Union, the Council of Europe, is alarmed by reports of draft-related Ukrainian deaths and torture. And related to this topic, we have the Hungarians. Hungary summons Ukrainian envoy over death of recruit from forced conscription, beatings and so on. And the last topic for this video, Ukraine arrests Chinese citizens, it's not hard to miss them, in Ukraine for alleged espionage. They are trying to figure out how can they get some missile information, some missile plans or something. Now, is it true or not? Because China responds to that. It's pretty hard to get it anyway, to camouflage yourself, I guess. So let's start with the first one. Friday, July 11th, 2025. Russia closes Polish Consulate General in Kaliningrad. All right. Russia has decided to revoke its consent for the operation of the Polish Consulate General in Kaliningrad. Where is that located? Right here, my friends. This is a map of Europe. And Kaliningrad is exactly here, north of Poland, where you have this little pink. This is Kaliningrad, between Poland and Lithuania. So this is where the Polish Consulate General was revoked its operation. The statement says that on July 11th, the Russian Foreign Ministry summoned Poland's chargé d'affaires in Russia. He was handed a note saying that the closure of the consulate in Kaliningrad was in response to the closure of the Russian Consulate General in Cracovia. So I told you, these guys were pigs first, and the other guy said, okay, we're going to be, if you're angels, then we're going to just be angels like you. If you were pigs, then we're going to be pigs like you. Either way, they just matched the same action, so it should be viewed as such. If your action was fantastic, that means the Russian action was also fantastic. If your action was pig-like, then my action is pig-like, because it's the same one. You closed it, I closed it. The problem is you did it first. So that tells me you were the aggressor, like the Russians are in Ukraine. Remember that one, right? The Russian side is revoking its consent to the operation of the Polish consulate in Kaliningrad from August 29th. Got it? Got it. And it says Russian diplomacy consistently proceeds from the assumption that no unfriendly action against our country will remain without an appropriate response and consequences. That is, you smack me, I smack you. The problem is the way I do things is like this. You punch me in the face, I will try to knock you out if I can. All right? I'm not going to be proportionate. Why should I be? Because remember, we started from a level of proportionality which was tranquility. You broke it. Who says that I should match you? No, I will dictate how things are run. Why should you dictate? Why should you dictate that you just close one consulate? I would say I will give you a few oreshniks in your head. How about that one? Then what? Just for an example. For an example. All right, let's go to the second one. Which, as I said, you see these videos. I've seen many of them. But I wonder how many you've seen on CNN, MSNBC, Deutsche Welle, BBC, the Telegraph, whatever they have. Telegraph doesn't have But anyway, Sky News if you want, or many others. Fox News. Did you see these things? Then why not? They happen every day. Not once a day. Every day. Are you okay with that? We're going to discuss. If someone doesn't want to defend his motherland, well, that's court-martial treason. What are you going to do with the guy? All right. But why don't you recognize the guys in charge of you? Why? What if you say, you know what? I think this is wrong. And based on my moral convictions, I don't follow orders. Remember the Nuremberg trials? Mock trials. Kangaroo court. Remember? With the evil Nazis? They all got, you know what, they deserved. They said, I followed orders. It doesn't work that way. Okay then, let's start with the bombardment of Yugoslavia and get all those generals from NATO being hanged then. I guess. You followed orders for something illegal, killing civilians and military and destroying infrastructure. That's a crime if it was an illegal war. No? All right, let's move on. So, Council of Europe alarmed by reports of draft-related Ukrainian deaths and torture. Kyiv should investigate these incidents and prevent further violations, the Human Rights Commissioner said. All right, well, in the latest update on the situation in the country published this week, the official says he's seen alarming reports that include allegations of torture and death during military recruitment. Well, I saw some of them, so I was like, oy vey, what's going on here? So this is what the Council of Europe says. And we have Hungary, which has balls, obviously. Hungary summons Ukrainian envoy over death of recruits from forced conscription. Budapest has accused Kyiv of senseless killing of an ethnic Hungarian. Hey, Romania, hey, are you going to do anything about it? No, because Romanians are weasels. Hungary summons Ukrainian ambassador Fyodor Shandor on Thursday following reports that Ukrainian recruitment officers had beaten a Hungarian man to death. The incident allegedly took place in Ukraine's western Zakarpattia region. I will show you where that is located, which has a sizable ethnic Hungarian minority. I'm quoting right here. It is outrageous and unacceptable to beat someone to death, especially a Hungarian, simply because he refused to go to war and take part in senseless killing. Hungarian Parliament State Secretary of Foreign Affairs and Trade Levente Magyar said. So according to Hungarian news outlet Mendiner, the family of Joseph Sebastian wrote on Facebook that he was beaten with iron rods by draft dodgers. He wasn't there, okay? Officers and died from his injury on July 6th. So who? Oh, the family. I was thinking, he's dead. How he wrote it? All right, on June, 3 weeks after the alleged assault. The outlet cited an unnamed acquaintance who claimed that officers ambushed Sebastian in the city of Baregovo, forced him into a van and assaulted him at a recruitment office in Uzhgorod. A second source told the outlet that Sebastian was conscripted into the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade and was later beaten into a forest near Mukavchenko, where the unit is based. Now, let's talk about it. When do you go to war? Well, you used to go to war when, the boss told you, hey, we are under attack. which was the king. You were under attack. Remember, you were a peasant, that you were a subject of the king. He owned you. All right? Now we have a social contract by which you have to do it. You have to serve to defend your country. But what if you think that the guys who are attacking you actually could be viewed as liberators? Let me show you where Zakarpattia is, because I forgot to show you that one. So let's go to Ukraine. Let's go to the other map first, okay? Right here. And we have Hungary, Romania, and Ukraine. As you know, Ukraine is formed by territories from all the countries, surrounding countries. You don't like that? That's reality. All right, so here is Hungary. This is the part of Zakarpattia, north of Romania. This is what the Hungarians claim, and this is a sizable minority, Hungarian minority. On the other map that I want to show you, right here, this is Ukraine. Again, this is Romania. Hungary has this little corner right here. This is Zakarpattia right here. Right here. So this is where the thing happened. So you have this, you could see, for instance, that the so-called aggressors are your liberators. The second one, maybe you consider the guys supposedly in charge of you not being legitimate, and you don't want to fight for them. You understand that they are fighting, have you fight for interests, for foreign interests, and then you're going to die for those interests, not to protect your motherland. Therefore, you don't want to. Maybe, I don't know, you are scared, and definitely you could be scared. Now, that's the first one. The second one, if you love your country, you would go voluntarily. You go, I'm going to go and I'm going to join for whatever reasons. I'm going to go over there and fight those guys. I hate them, or I love them, or I love my family, my nation. That's okay. I understand that one. Now imagine this. You force these guys into a van. Then what? You take the guy, you send him to some training, right? In and he's going to go over there, I don't know, 40 days. You give him a weapon with ammunition in it. What do you think that the guy will do the first thing? Hey, where are those recruiters? Okay, or they will do this. All right, you're going to go to the front, you're going to send me over there. The first moment I'm released on the front, outside of the commander's criminal eyes, that he is actually over there to make sure that you're going to shoot at the Russians, you desert. You go to the Russians. Stoy! I'm your brother. I'm coming to you. Why? They will take you as a prisoner. In the meantime, you can shoot yourself with your weapon, which is identical with the Russians, AK, all right, usually. You shoot yourself somewhere where you wound yourself, but not mortally, and not something that you're going to remain like this all your life. Something. A lot of people did it. Do it and will do it. So, and then you go to the Russians will care for you, and then you hope that they will exchange you, swap you with the Russians after the war is over. And when you come back, you're going to be knighted. You're going to get, oh my God, he's a hero. Got that? Do you think that people don't do that? Do you think it's just something that Emil thinks about it? And you give the guy a weapon, and the commander sends you into operation. You just turn around and mow them all. Brum! Fuck you all. And you come back and say, my unit was massacred by the evil Russian, and I turned up. Or you go to the Russians with a weapon up and say, or with your underwear and your little shit. Okay? That's how they do. I mean, as someone said, I'm not gonna mention the guy's name, talking about the parliament and democracy. You will never be able to make out of 100 cowards a courageous group or one courageous guy. If they're all 100% cowards, you cannot turn them into courageous and brave men. So once you send this guy, for whatever reason he doesn't want to go, what do you think is going to be like? Okay, you got me now I'm going to give everything for Zelensky. All right, so it's idiotic. Next one, and the last one, you try to create problems. Yeah, remember the Ukrainians, the guys in charge of Ukraine claimed that some Hungarians were trying to be spies in Ukraine. They were spying for Hungary. Well, now it's China's turn. China responds to detention of its citizens, plural, in Kyiv over missile espionage allegations. All right? So, China is currently investigating a situation concerning 2 of its citizens who have been detained in Ukraine for attempting to illegally export missile technologies. All right, so detained for attempting illegally export missile. Where exactly were they exporting technologies? To China? Maybe. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Mao Ning at the briefing as reported by Ukraine Forum. Quote from Mao Ning. The Chinese side is currently conducting an inspection and examining the situation. If it is confirmed that the case concerns China's citizens, Beijing will protect the legal rights and interests of its Chinese citizens in accordance with the law. Got it? We'll protect them, I guess. Right? On July 9th, the Counterintelligence Services, part of the Security Service of Ukraine, detained 2 Chinese nationals in Kyiv who were attempting to smuggle out documentation related to the production of the Ukrainian Neptune missile system. I don't believe that. It's like, right now the Russians will send a crew in Germany to steal the secrets of the BMW Beetle that went out of production, I think 2 years ago or something. Really? To find out what? The injection? Or what? The tires, the Continental tires? I mean, really? I mean, this guy's going to look for the Neptune? Don't you think that China is way ahead of the Neptune? Don't you think? I think they're way ahead. Those guys have nuclear weapons and they look for Neptune? Oh, the Neptune. I don't think so. I think the Neptune secrets, technological advancement are well known by everybody else. It's like you come with a bullet. I'm not going to show you the bullet. It's right here. Fuck you. We all know what's that. It was designed, I don't know, 80 years ago. What are you talking about? So, thank you very much for being with me again today. These guys are trying to provoke China at every corner. Now, could it be possible? Yeah, it could be possible. But based on previous allegations and I think provocations, these guys are just trying to paint China for the Americans as look what China is doing, do something for us. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth and be just.